Hey everyone. So a couple days ago I posted a screenshot of these diamond hose on Twitter and said something along the lines of that without a resource pack this looked rather silly, but with a resource pack it looks pretty damn awesome, and I asked you guys to guess what these actually were. And so some of you were quick to deduce that this was part of the Legend of Zelda map, which it is, and eventually Simon, or at Lepauro, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, guessed that it was the Deku Babas, and he was right. So you can't hear their snapping at the moment, but I'll go over here and quickly turn these sounds on. So we'll do master volume around 20%, and we'll quickly enable the resource pack. And so here we have the Deku Babas. So these are actually the first hostile enemy that you encounter in the game on your way to the Deku Tree, and these are the withered variant of the Deku Baba, so they aren't the ones that actually try and target you directly. So if I go close to one of them, you'll see. So if I get close, its head sort of sprouts up, and it sort of makes a circular motion, and the only way it can actually damage you is if you walk into it. So let's sort of observe it closer. So this was a sort of joint effort between me and Miney. Miney helped me out with the modeling, and then I sort of did the texturing, positioning, and all the command blocks for it. So this is made up of 3 different components, and it actually uses 2 new features of the 1.9 snapshot, and that's what makes this sort of possible. If it wasn't for the sort of additions to the 1.9 snapshots, then this just wouldn't be possible, and I can't stress how amazing a feature this is, and it's just going to completely change map making, hopefully. So the first feature is that we can now have items in the head slots of entities, and the second feature is that we can have a different model based on the damage value of an item. So you saw that these were all diamond hose, but there are actually 4 different models used in these Deku Babas. So there's one model for the sort of base of the plant, and that's because we didn't want it to sort of rotate with the rest of the plant when it makes the sort of circular attack. And there are then 3 models for the different stages of the sort of mouth opening. So I'll give a quick demonstration of that. So give Samosaurus Diamond Ho 01. Oh, whoops, 10. So this is the normal Diamond Ho, the undamaged variant. You can see the model is a bit messed up for it. But if I do the damage value of 1, you can see that's the open mouth. Damage 2 is the slightly closed mouth, and damage 3 is the fully closed mouth. And then damage 4 is the stem bit, which you can only really see when I throw it on the ground. So that's really awesome. I'm really happy with the way that sort of turned out. And obviously these things are just one-hit kill, and they drop a Deku stick. And if you didn't realize, all the models in 1.9 are now messed up, because they sort of redid the modeling, so you can see it's all messed up in here. All the rupees are huge and everything, so it's all messed up, so we're gonna have to redo that at some point. I quickly redid the Deku stick just for this video, but the fact that we can now do this sort of thing just completely outweighs the sort of negatives of having to redo our resource packs. So I'm really happy with the changes so far. So I'm going to quickly try and explain how this works, because there's something else that I want to show you in this video, so make sure you stay to the end, because it's a sort of important announcement to do with this map. So if I go up here to where the command blocks for it, I'm not going to go into all the detail, but we have 4 scoreboards for it. So we have, actually let me get out a zombie egg. So to spawn it in, I've just quickly implemented a spawning mechanic, so I can quickly spawn these in if I kill them. So we name a zombie egg Deku spawn, and then right click it and it'll just spawn one in. So if I go into game mode 3, you can see that this is made up of 2 different entities: a zombie, which is actually the base of the plant and actually maintains this sort of health. So when you kill the zombie, you also kill the top of the stem, and that's actually this armor stand here, and you can see it's sort of head is actually posed in different directions, and that's where all the top blocks here are for. So they're all for the animation. So not much else is for the actual mechanics behind it. So then we have Deku Awake, which is another Boolean. Oh no, I didn't explain Deku Dead. So Deku Dead, just, yeah, basically if the zombie's dead, then the armor stand also gets killed and drops a stick. That's pretty simple. So the Deku Awake is a Boolean value. It determines whether the Deku plant can actually do all the animations and actually damage the player. And that only happens when a player is within 8 blocks. So if you're further than that away, then it sort of moves down, and then if you get closer, it'll sprout up again really quickly. I'm actually really pleased. It took a bit of sort of trial and error to do that properly, but it all works, and I really like how it works. And the Deku stage is just for the mouth animation and for the play sound. So it does a play sound of Fire Ignite, because I thought that was the best noise, but we may try and change that later. And then Deku Spin is just for the spinning animation. So that goes up relatively quickly, and it just changes the position of the head for that. So that's all very simple. So I just realized that the in-game audio wasn't recorded in the last video, so I'm going to quickly demonstrate the sound that the Deku Babas make. So they make this sound whenever their mouth closes. They do a snapping sort of sound, and they also do it independently, so they could snap at the same time, or they could snap at different times. So yeah, but now I'm going to go on to the 1.8 server, which is where we're building the map, and announce something very cool and show a few other things off. So be right back. Okay, I'm back on the 1.8 server, and as many of you know, there is someone called Golden Turkey who's also making his own Ocarina of Time map, and we decided to collaborate. Where are you? There you are.
I'm right here.
So we decided to collaborate because many hands make light work. So he's actually done probably a lot more of the map than we have. He's actually got the whole of Hyrule Field and Kakariko village done, and just loads more, Castle Town and everything. But since our sort of scale is a bit off, we might not be able to use all of his map, but we'll try and sort of incorporate as much of it as we can. He's also done the P-Hat model.
Yes.
So go check out his video, so click now to check out his video to see the P-Hat, which is very cool. But now we're going to check out something new over here. Okay, so now we're going to go through here, and over here we have the Deku Tree.
It's a very big tree. There's not much else to say about it.
Yeah. So we haven't actually done the dungeon inside or anything for it. We've just sort of done the outside of it. But it took quite a while.
Yeah, it took a long time.
We'll try and overlay a bunch of images now, but essentially we started off with just this really crappy looking box, and then sort of it just developed from there, and we kept adding funny faces to it as well, because
a range of emotions.
Yeah, we procrastinate a lot.
Yeah.
And
it was fun.
For those of you who don't know, Golden has actually been working with I shouldn't say with me, but with us for a while now. And he was actually in one of my videos.
Yeah, the bomb video.
Yep.
I created the model for the bomb as well.
Yeah, he created the model for the bomb. And he was actually sort of hiding in there. So... So I don't think any of you noticed that.
No one noticed. Not one person. Well, it's pretty hard to spot, so...
We were planning to have other videos with you hiding in the background, but I was...
Never got around to it, yeah. Busy. Real busy.
I got commissioned to do the heist map as well, so...
Yeah, that took a lot of time, eh?
So yeah, but now that that's all done,
we can resume.
We can resume making this map.
Awesome.
And also I'm going to try and sort of balance working on this map and the Lost Among the Dead mod pack.
Oh yeah.
Sort of at the same time. But really, I'm not as involved in the building process on Lost Among the Dead, so I can definitely concentrate a lot more on this map.
Woo! Oh yeah, we didn't mention that the magic of block models hides lighting.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering how it was lit up.
Yeah.
He had to show me.
When we built this, the leaves sort of made it look really dark in here, but we've actually got the brown carpet as the log model, so it secretly hides this glowstone inside.
Smart.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, that'll be
that's really it.
The end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out Golden's channel and his video of the P hat, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, same goes for you.
When we have another video. Bye for now.